Here's an S-shaped stair. Math's already been done. We want 384 segments in a circle. This gives us a 30-degree S with 8 treads and 4 segments per curve. Just makes math easy. Okay, start off 3200 for the inside, 4400 for the outside. We'll start with the actual tread. Take these two and explode. Now what we want to do is add a construction line, and we want to grab the construction line as well as 4 segments on inside, 4 segments on outside. Copy those into the paste buffer, delete, paste back in. Okay, now what we want to do is glue these together and glue these together. This means that they're one curve, easier to deal with. Make a tread, reverse the face, and on this 2D layer for our treads, what we're going to do now is make copies. Okay, protractor is going to go on to layer 0. Makes life easier. This makes it better for rotating the bits. So we start, snap, hit the control key, makes a copy, and then get in there and make sure we can snap into place properly. X7, so times 7 for copies. There we go. Now let's make another copy of these. Put it wherever, doesn't matter. Scale, -1, mirror copy, M for move, snap into place, Q for rotate, and we should have a fairly accurate piece. There we go. Okay, now that we have this, we can actually turn it into a stair right now, and we'll have treads and risers. They'll automatically go in there. So what we need to do is start off with adding a little extra piece at the beginning and at the top of the stair temporarily. What this is for is to show the script, so the script knows what to do with the nosings, both the top nosing and the bottom nosing, because it follows the path. There we go. Click on 2D. This is already in here. This is going to be the total rise of the stair, 17 risers. We type in this number here because then the script knows what to do with the top nosing. So we're going to start here. F3, I've assigned a hotkey. First tread. F3, it's incremented. It keeps, we add this in here just in case you have to go back and fix something. Whichever tread it is, easy to do. So we'll just quickly throw this in. Takes about maybe a minute. This kind of works nicely for any irregular shaped stair, an ellipse, a flare, handles volutes, this type of thing. And as you can see, the top nosing was put into place as well. So our treads are done, and they're in these two layers. So we can turn them off for now, and we don't need the 2D layer any longer. Oh, okay, so those were actually written to the, I'll put it into the 2D. We'll keep this around just for fun, in case we need to redo anything. So what's important is to turn this into a group so it doesn't get in the way of any of our other geometry. So we can move to the wall layer and turn off the 2D layer. We'll keeping our protractor in place. Again, the circle, we're going to do the walls, so 3200, 3300, that gives you about a 4-inch wall. 4300, 4400. Okay, what's kind of neat now is that we don't have to worry about the fact that this is a full circle. Once we add lines in here, it'll automatically break it open for us. SketchUp's good that way. So now we can get rid of these bits. And we have where the wall's going to go. Now, there's a little bit extra work here, which will make our life easier down the road. The first bit is that we need to go to the back of the riser board, not the front. So when we pull our walls into position, it'll all work. The other thing we want to do is we want to join the segments together properly so that the wall gets has less to erase and clean up, that's all. So now what we want to do is we want to make one copy, and just one for now. Okay, so we'll start do it exactly the same way we did it before. Q, on the line, we're good. Now at this point we can get rid of this. As we said, we need the back. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so this now is one long line, and that is as well. That's good. Full lines, just checking because push-pull does some funny things with it when your line's broken into various segments. And we don't need this. Let's leave it there for now. Okay. Rotate into place. Yeah, we're going to go from this axis to here. Yeah, times 7. Okay, looks good. Copy this, scale it over, -1 again. Move. Now here we've got to be pretty accurate. Okay. There's our wall. So what we want to do is make these into 2 groups. Our wall section area is done, and let's take a look at everything, and everything's lining up quite nicely. We're going to move to the handrail layer and turn off the wall layer, which should be finished. And our treads and risers are done, so we're going to go to the handrail layer. Circle. Now the inside of the handrail is at 3232. And the outside, we're going to make that one at 4368. Now we're going to do the same type of a thing. We're going to temporarily slap in a line. And here too. And all that does is allows us to delete these bits out of here. And these are already joined together. Makes life easy. Oh, I got rid of the is it in the walls? Oh, okay. In the 2D. I just lost my protractor. I'll put one in back in. Okay. Rotate. Q key. Snap into position. Times 7. Okay, what we'll do with this now is glue them together. We'll glue these together as well. Then we're going to copy, paste, scale, -1, move, snap, rotate. Now we're going to glue these together. And we're going to glue these together. Now what we want to do is move these, raise them. Up arrow to lock it. We're going to raise the handrail to 1090 millimeters. Once that's done, we're good to go. So we should be able to create this path with this new script I wrote, and that path. These two then should be hidden. Now, first turn them into a group. then hide them. Now, these two we can explode, and we can turn these into handrails, extrude them. Now you can see the path that we took. I can delete the paths. And we've got a handrail. And it is in the layer we want. The glass is going to actually be created in the handrail layer as well, which is okay. It just has to be done that way because of the script. So now we're going to turn it, create it. Now, the radiuses here are 3168 for the inside and 4432 for the outside. And just repeat the same process again. Temporarily snap some lines so we can delete these out of the way. And these are all perfectly connected. I keep deleting my protractor. No big deal. You might wonder why I use it. It's because when I do the rotate and snap, the protractor being there makes it easy to snap where I need to snap. On the line. Otherwise, you can't get to it, but it'll snap onto the line. Times 7. Okay, again, glue these together. Again, glue these together. Copy, paste, scale, slide over, -1, move, snap, Q, rotate into position, glue these two, glue these two. Okay, now these are going to be raised, and in this case 1165, which is 3 inches higher than the handrails. Okay, now that we have these, what we want to do is make a path. Okay, turn these into a group and hide. Could move them into a construction layer if you want. Okay. Now these two I should be able to explode and extrude for glass. I've already made the right height. Okay, we're good. Now we can get rid of the construction line. And we can we want to lop the bottom off at, say, at the 1-inch mark. So that's 25 millimeters. Turn this into a group. Intersect with model. Intersect with model. Delete this out of the way. Oops. Just to clean it up. No, it's not quite right. Okay. Paint it. And edit. Psychedelic effect. Okay, so there. Let's turn on our treads, our stair. And now last thing to do is complete the walls. So that being said, we're going to keep the risers on, or the treads on. Turn off the glass. I think what we want to do is put these two into the glass layer. And move the geometry into the glass layer as well. Okay, go to walls. Now we should be able to turn off glass independent of handrail. There we go. Okay, now push pull into position. Push pull into position. Push pull into position. Just takes a few minutes. I like to make use of lots of hotkeys. I don't use them. I use the mouse for geometry, not for commands. And what we're going to do is clean up the walls. Well, it won't take long. Okay. I should be able to delete these, but let's try the soften edges first. Okay. I will be able to delete those. Those are just extra geometry. Oh. Okay. What we can do with this one. I think that's good. Yeah. All right. Then ha, one wall. Complete the other side. Do the same thing. Just cleaning up. Okay, let's turn on the risers, turn on the glass, handrail. We are done. Delete the guide, save the file. This one's going to save it as S. Shaped Stair.